Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program, and well, we've got a lot of ramping up to do. I think that's probably the key thing at this point. Last episode we got our interstellar logistics going. I'm very happy to see this stuff coming in. I think we've probably maxed out the amount that's leaving the other planet. I haven't shown in a while, but the other planet has some serious power problems, which is why I want this research here to get going, and then we can see what is going to be required to get this going, which actually doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad at all. The power conversion can not only store the surplus energy in the grid into an accumulator to make a full accumulator, it can also release the electric energy stored in the full accumulator. Power conversion facility. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There is a interstellar craft coming in with some goodies, which is lovely to see. As you can see, our yellow science is actually flowing somewhat. But if you recall from the previous episode, we've got some issues over here, and that is that this is not working. This is not working at all, is it? No. We need to ramp this up. We need to ramp this up with a few more refineries and a few more crude oil production facilities coming in. But we'll start with the refineries. If I can actually build them, where are they? Oil refineries. Yeah, we can build. Let's build another 4, and we'll try and fit them in. I guess we can build that way as well. That's okay. So this needs to have you run up to gosh, we've got so many levels now. We've got so many levels. You run up to that one, and then how much of a gap is here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm confused. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then here you run on to that one. Did you actually connect? No, you did not, which would, of course, be a problem. And then can we fit in one more? I think we can. 1, 2, 3, and bang, just like that. All right. No, hang on. Yeah, okay. We stuffed that up just a little bit. That's okay. No harm done. And then get rid of that. Perfect. And then if we extend you out to here, we should be able to just plonk this down. Look at that. Alright. A little bit of power. Pop you there. And you're up and running. Excellent. Alright, now let's address the issue here of our crew pump. So this is only producing 2 a second. Each one of these is using up what? It is using 1 a second, half a second. So this can support 4, and we've just added 2 more in. Yeah, that math does not add up. So let's build another one of these, and head on over here. And while we're heading on over there, let's build some path. You know what I mean. Annoyingly, if you know a way to rotate a belt once it's been built, do let me know. But for now, we just have to build it the old-fashioned way. Something like that should get us pretty close. Alright, there is our extraction area. Oil refinery, oil extractor. Yeah, perfect. Oh, look at that. Nailed it. We didn't bring power out here, though. That's only a minor problem. We actually have power very, very close. There, and there, and there. Alright. Other oil. There's another oil over there if we needed it. But for now, that's going to do it. Alright, let's get our touchdown in the water. Get nice and close for our drones to kind of speed up their travel. I think we've maxed out our upgrades, haven't we? I totally forgot about this too. PowerPoint out a few episodes ago. This here just shows all your upgrades. It's a bit hard for me to see. I've actually got a light right there. And construction zones 5 and 8 meters a second. And look at that. We can actually we can increase that speed. Can we increase more drones? That's 1200. That was only 800, wasn't it? That's still 800. Maybe we won't do that one. Another 1000 meters per second sail speed is actually that's really tempting. Really tempting. But we probably should do this in a better fashion. Actually, see what we want. All right, let's have a look at some Dyson Sphere requirements, because we have the technology. We don't have the technology for that yet, but we have the technology to make a ray receiver. Receives high energy rays transmitted from the swarm or sphere. The received energy can be directly output to the power grid or stored as photons in a critical state. Excellent. How do we make the swarm? So solar sails, a large number of solar sails to form a Dyson swarm, which can be more effectively obtain the radiant energy of stars. Life is a thing. Okay, life is a thing. It requires some weird thing, one of these weird things, which only requires those weird things. The circuits and prisms, actually pretty easy for us to make that. We don't have diversified, no, discovery of optical grating crystal. Yeah, we don't have that. So maybe we should actually be looking at following this and EM rail injector launch. Whoop. Yeah, yep, excellent. Energy receiver is done. Okay, that's definitely what we need to look at. Launch a large amount of sails into the orbit of the system to form a Dyson swarm. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, because I think this is... We've had this research for a very long time. This is graphene and glass and processors. All right. We actually have glass and circuits kind of pretty well together over here. Our glass production is basically non-existent. We do have a bunch of glass though. What we could do is convert this here over to glass. I think that's a great idea actually. Let's kill you, and you are now making glass, and we are going to copy that all the way across here. There we go. Okay, you're all making glass. Wonderful. You just require raw stone. You do just require raw stone, so we can hook this back up now. And away you go. Alright, you, my friend, disappear now. Alright, so this is glass. Glass can be used to make the prisms. Glass can be used to make the prisms. Prism, prism, prism. Yes, it's just glass into prism in an assembler. Alright, well, yeah, let's run you back this way, because space. And how we doing? We've got 2,000 of these in our stores, so this should be okay. These make it pretty quickly, don't they? Yeah, one every 2 seconds. Is that what this is? Yeah, 1 every 2 seconds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 a second. That seems okay. That seems pretty okay. And then you're using 3 of those every 2 seconds. That's what, 1.5 a second. So we can make kind of 3 assemblers worth. And we don't actually have any assemblers, which is a problem. At some point, I will get around to making. What are we missing here? We've got not a lot of iron. All right. I gotta kind of start getting rid of some of this stuff that's in my inventory. First of all, let's get rid of the titanium. Can I just pop that all in there, please? I sure can. Okay. Maybe we'll grab kind of 1 stack. This right-clicking is not the most efficient. Not the most efficient's not the right word. Not the most easily selectable way of doing it. Somewhere we've got a box where we're kind of just dumping stuff. I want to dump this stuff. just for now. I see we do have some hydrogen fuel rods, which we are now using, so we might as well grab that. This diamond goes over here, doesn't it? Into you, who are making the yellow. Have some diamonds, beautiful. And we're still using these things. Sulfuric acid and gosh, yeah. We've also got apparently we've got some of these as well. There we go. And yeah, look, the other things, it's not too bad. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just making inventory space. Where are our assemblers? Here we go. Let's pop one down here. And you are now making prisms. And all you need is just one of those. That is a box. That is a box of high purity silicon. That is a box of everything now. You are now a box of silicon. Do we want a box of silicon, or do we want our prisms to go into our logistics? What are we making out of this? We're making sails. Alright, we're making sails. No. We're making photon combinators, which require chips. Which require just this and this. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try and do that right here. We're gonna try and make sails here. I think that'll be a fun little endeavor. A local sail manufacturer. There we go. Alright. You, however, need power. There you go. There we have it. Okay, let's bring you out to here. Just out into the ocean. Which is a little annoying. It's going to use a lot of our soil pile. There are some tips around on how to increase your soil pile. Power pointed me on one where you can just kind of cheese it by placing a building on somewhere with hills and then removing the building and so on and so forth. But we'll try not to do that one just yet. Well, I mean, we might get to a point where we want to. We might get to a point to where we want to. All right, let's go up and up to there and then back down like that. This has got so many splitters on it already. What's another one? What harm can another one do? Let's do that. Can we actually get it under there? Nope, hang on. Get you to connect up to that one. We put in the wrong way. That was the one I wanted, but it was the oops, not Z, X. Oh gosh, there we go. It's 3D. 3D, man, it's killing me. Okay, that's the one we want, but we want it rotated that way. And then can we get this output here to there? We can. Beautiful. Alright. And then you are going into there. Oh man. And you are coming out here. Alright, we got there. We kind of got there. Actually need that to do that. And that to do that. No, we don't need that. Alright, we'll figure this out. So this is gonna be making these. This will be making these. Come on. And yeah, all you need is iron and copper. That's beautiful. Let's bring this out a ways as well. And then we'll have an output for you coming down here as well. How are we doing for belts? We're pretty low on belts, aren't we? 145. All right, we'll stock up while we're in the vicinity. All right, let's get some regular old inserters, and then we can drag you out as far as we can. But it's just two. Sadly, it's just two, and it doesn't build the ones you can build, which is a little bit disappointing. What are we missing to make more assemblers? Iron gear wheels. I feel like I had a stash of iron gear wheels somewhere over here. Yeah, here it is. Alright. gimme. And it probably means we're actually out of iron as well, yeah, which it does. There is iron. Did I put it in a box? Or do I just grab it from here? I do just grab it from here. Yeah, no, that amount of iron. Sure. Alright. You disappear. Let's sort you. There we go. Now we should be able to make, yeah, 60. 60 is probably too many, but we'll handcraft a ton of them. So many things I need to build, and some kind of mall is definitely one of them. Alright, let's get 4 of these. And then we now have the things that we need to make the next bit. I haven't even looked at balancing that out, but we'll figure it out. All right. What if you just kind of jumped over here for me and did it that way? No, you can't do that. You can do that one though. That's good. That's good. Just for now. I know this isn't the ideal way to do it, but just for now, this is what we're doing. You don't like that one, apparently? Apparently not. Alright, well, let's just go to there and then drop down. There we go. Alright. You're happy with that, apparently. And you can just do that for me. And then we can start making some sails. Whew, man, I'm struggling. Brain not going. Still got the head cold. I blame it all on the head cold, not on my incompetence. And there we go. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We can fit 4 in there. That's actually pretty good. I don't want you making that though. I want you making sails, because that is not sails. Not sails. What am I making? These things. Yeah. These things. Alright. We'll wait till we got the inserters going before we actually do it, because then the sail is made from those things. Where are we? Sail is made from those things and graphene. The graphene is actually not that far away. That's the graphene over there. We could meet somewhere in the middle here. I think I'm going to do that. I like it. I like the idea of it. Let's at least power these up. Alright. And at least get these going. I mean, we're obviously going to need a bazillion of these if we actually want a proper swarm. What am I looking for? What am I trying to do here? Alright. So that goes in, and that goes out. Alright, and then we just drag those across. You didn't get power. Okay, so you are actually in the wrong spot. And that got you. Alright. So if I run these over to here, and then come and grab some graphene, which is, it's kind of just over here. We are feeding it into this guy, but we've got. We're using a box. And boxes, they're great. Boxes are great. Don't get me wrong. But their throughput is not fantastic. Where are my drones? Come on, guys. Thank you. Alright, we're going to use some of these fast ones here, because this one will do 3 trips a second, so 2 of these is enough to totally saturate the belt. Alright, for now, till we get better belts, of course. Jump down, and then I did say, didn't I? I've got to get some more belts. Got to get some more belts while we're here. Got to get some more belts. I don't know, that many belts. Why wouldn't I grab them all? Honestly, that is a very good question. Where are you guys? There you are. Okay, run on over here and place these down. So, with our graphene and that, this will be able to create sails, which we'll use for our swarm, and then we just need to launch the swarm into the air. Launch the swarm into the air, which is the rail transmitter. which we will also get to at some point. First of all, let's make some sails. Let's start making some sails. They take 4 seconds. They make 2. Seems all right. Made in an assembler. All right. We'll begin with just a couple running in here. As many as we can fit on the small overlap that we have in this island. That seems okay. Sorters coming in. You're making sails, and I think that's a nice little spot there for a launch area. So get you going out here. Let's get you copying over there. Loving it. Loving the drag and drop. It's actually really quite nice. Get some power up here. There you go. Alright. It's all sails. Sails. Now, how do we launch those sails into the air? That is where this thing is used for. We can't make any because we don't have any super magnetic rings. What do we need? What do we need to make a super magnetic ring? Let's have a look. Super magnetic ring is electric engines. I feel like we are making super magnetic rings somewhere. Maybe for this. No. All right. Well, let's grab a couple of these. And ooh, we're actually missing. Well, we need yuck. I hate things that require the basic iron. Only because we don't have the facility particularly well set up for that. Can I just grab 100 of them? I mean, I can. Why not? And then we could not handcraft because we don't have any graphene. Got rid of all of that, didn't I? Okay, now can we create one of these? So this is ejecting 20 every minute. What's that? 20 every minute is 1 every 3 seconds. 20 a minute. Yes, 1 every 3 seconds. We're producing a lot more than that, aren't we? We've got 3 doing 1 every 2 seconds. Let's just make 3 of these, so we're putting out 1 a second. I like it. There's that one. There's a couple more. Let's see how this works now. Alright. I'm just going to plop it down and we're going to see what happens. Doesn't have power. Oh, here we go.
You have taken the first step to build the Dyson Sphere. Now you can use it to send solar sails into space for forming the Dyson Swarm. Each EM rail ejector requires to set up orbit and supply with solar sails. Also, you can use copy and paste to set orbits. If you want a Dyson Swarm orbit become more diversified, you can click the Dyson Sphere button in the lower left corner of the screen to open the Dyson Sphere panel. Make your customization however you want.
Alright, interesting. Okay, so we've opened up the next part of the game. Each EM rail injector requires to set up orbit and supply. Whew, choose an orbit. Orbit number 1. Alright, let's see what that is. Dyson Sphere, star map. Dyson Sphere. Orbit number 1. Activated. Show all layers. This is a whole new area. I'm guessing this is the orbit for our Dyson Sphere. Nodes in total 0. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's ambitious. I gotta say, if that's the size of a star, that is a lot of material for a Dyson Sphere. If I try and add another orbit radius, here we go. So we can shrink it down. We can make it bigger. 4,000 is the smallest. I'm not sure why an inclination. Maybe for the swarm. Oh yeah, for the aha. So this is the swarm. Yep. Which is just going in one linear orbit. And if you have multiple swarms, you don't want them crossing over, or in as minimum places as possible. And we can spin it. So ideally, you'd probably want just one point where they cross, and then they're not interfering with each other at all. Okay, okay. We're just going to cancel that. I think the orbit number 1 is fine. So there's our orbit, flat, and that's where our sphere will eventually go, which would eventually block out the swarm. But that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's put in some more of these. Put in some more of these and see what happens. Can I feed these in like this, or do I have to insert them? Let's have a look. Looks like I cannot do that, and that's gonna. It's got some weird things taking off on corners. I don't particularly want to do that. All right. Conveyor belt, memo icon. Is this new? Huh. I don't remember seeing that before. Anyway, let's get you in. Let's get you in with just a regular inserter and see what happens. Well, I'll tell you what happens. Nothing happens because we didn't actually power that up. Alright, it's got 10. I wonder if it gets to a minimum before it launches. I really want to see it launch some. I think we also need to build a receiver to actually get this power back. Don't think for a second that we're doing anything. Yeah, we need to build a ray receiver to receive the energy, but why are you not shooting? Solar sails in total 0. Solar sails pitch limit. Aha. Okay. Now I see what it is. So we are, if we look at the star map, we are on the wrong side of the planet to actually shoot off any of these things at all, aren't we? So what we need to do is we probably want to have a few of these. We've got options. We can either just wait until we spin back around and then we can just launch them off, or we have them split around the planet. Actually doesn't matter, because if we split them around the planet, only one's going to be active in each third of the rotation, or quarter of the rotation, or we have them all together and then they're all active for that quarter time. It's the same. So for us, we're going to just put them all here, and it might actually take a while for us to be able to launch them into space. There we go. Muzzle rotation area. And let's load you up as well. Collides with another object. Oops, sorry. That was not the sorter. There we go. All right. And pop you there. All right. So these, once we eventually rotate around, will launch. What we need, of course, is we need one of these. And to do that, we need some titanium alloy. Which comes in over here. Titanium alloy. Yeah. We'll grab 24 of them. We seem quite light on titanium alloy. I think our production is just too slow. Do we have more of these? We have one more. Let's build a few more smelters. And then we'll just we'll expand this out to here. Look at that, beautiful. Again, we're going to need some power, or the whole thing's going to be very disappointed. There we go. Didn't I say pop one there? Thank you. All right. So I'll give us a bit more tungsten alloy until we have 12, 40. Is it 40? Forty. What was I making? A ray receiver. Yeah, 40 tungsten alloy. What have we got now? We got 43. Nope, that's steel. Okay, there it is, 47. Great. We need 40 steel, 40 chips, and 8 cargo majingas. There we go. That's it. Okay. Where's all our tungsten alloy going? I think it's all going over to the bus, and we're not actually using it over there, so it's probably just sitting in. It's probably just. Oh, look at that. Our science is doing nothing because we haven't got any research going. Oh my goodness. Let's get this. Let's get this. It's a lot. It's a lot, but we really want it. Really want it. All right. Let's get some upgrades. We'll just, the science will be going. The science will be going. We don't want our base to be doing nothing. Yeah. Here we go. We got 1,000. No, we got 0 in storage. Okay, so someone is actually using this. Who is using it? Advanced thrusters, of which we basically are maxed out. So let's dumb that down. All right. It's just our production is just incredibly low. I mean, that's the issue here, isn't it? That is the issue here. We have burnt through a hydrogen fuel rod. So let's, while I think about it, because I'm bound to forget about it at some point. And we've got so many of them. There we go. Let's pop those back in there. And refresh that. There we go. Alright, so now we have the energy exchanger. Oh, here we go. We're shooting. We're shooting. Yeah, go guys, go. I really don't want to stand in their way. I do not want to find out the hard way whether there is death in this game. Now, let's see what happens. I think a nice little spot for it by itself.
You have built a powerful
there we go.
energy exchanger.
I wonder if this is going to have a...
quickly fill the accumulator with the surplus electricity in the grid. You can also release the electric energy stored
wait for
in the
the tutorial.
with the same speed. With a stable logistics guarantee, it can continuously supply the grid with power.
Alright. Idle. Discharge. Charge? Do I have to manually do this? Accumulator. Idle. The exchanger will consume accumulator full to supply energy grid. Okay. This is not what we wanted, is it? Energy exchanger. We wanted array receiver. Alright, let's back up. Alright. The research we got was this, which is an energy exchanger. Yes, the power conversion facility can not only store the surplus energy in the power grid into an empty accumulator to make a full accumulator, it can also release the electric energy stored in the full accumulator. We don't have any accumulators. I was kind of assuming the surplus electric energy in the grid can be made into a full accumulator, transported to another planet, and then released through the energy exchanger. Aha. So we need to supply it with accumulators, which require some things. Okay. This was not the most exciting outcome that I wanted. How then do I get power? All right. Let's idle this. How then do I get power from the swarm? Can we actually see our swarm? We can. Look at that. Star illumination 0.98. Before I go too far, one question that came in was, what are the resources in our solar system? And there it is. Look at that. We can see the shuttles and the swarm in this map. That's actually pretty nice. Really nice. Okay. We have a swarm. I need to figure out how we can bring that in. I thought it said array receiver, and maybe I haven't researched the tech to do array receiver. Let's have a look at that. Array receiver. Here it is. It's this thing. Those are all things we can do. We can build one of them. Why haven't I got one in here? There it is right there. I'm an idiot. All right. Receives high energy rays from the Dyson Swarm or Dyson Sphere. Received energy can be directly output to the power grid or stored as photons in a critical state. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to build 2 of these and see if we can place one on this planet and one on the other planet. And then we can kind of bypass that requirement. What are we missing? What are we missing? Steel? We're also missing these things, which we're going to have to grab off the belt here. Nope, don't give me that. Just give me a bunch of them. I think it was 20 per one of these, so let's grab 40 and see what happens. There we go. Was I right? Was it 20? Oh, it was only 10. 20 was the total that I actually wanted. We've got silicon on us. We've got 20 silicon on us. We do not have more than that. Yeah, actually got a bunch of silicon in here that will should have put over here quite some time ago. There we go. All right, and then we'll run back and grab a bit more silicon. Get close enough. Apparently, no. There we go. All right. What else are we short on? It was steel. Yeah. We definitely had a box of steel, didn't we? Surely I was smart enough to put a box of steel somewhere. Apparently not. Apparently not. Because that is our steel production, and there is not a box to be seen. We don't need a box though, because yes, of course, I'm on it. There's a couple hundred steel. Refresh that, and we can make one of these, and then we need those things again. Alright, so it's probably just the iron ore, which is actually not iron ore at all, but some of these. Indeed, there we go. Okay, so now we actually have one of these. So this is something I will want to investigate for sure, but for now let's put in a ray receiver. Ray receiver. It's still building. Is this definitely the end of the episode? It is, man. We are over time. Whoa, 36 minutes. Sorry guys. But it's a good check. Yeah, my question again is this going to be? It's got to be pointed at a certain spot, which is where we would then use it to charge accumulators and probably go from there. I think that's going to be what we need. Here it is. It's very tiny. It's actually got requirements coming in and out. I wonder what those are. Let's have a look. So,
built a ray receiver, which
power
can receive
generation,
the high energy
photon
rays
generation.
transmitted from the Dyson Sphere and directly input them to the power grid. However, caused by the ray receiving efficiency, the ray receiver's requested power will be larger than the documented output power of the Dyson Sphere. You can keep it working or upgrade technologies to increase the ray receiving efficiency.
Alright. Requested power. And there we go. Dyson Sphere status. The current requested power and the total power generation of the Dyson Swarm. So, yeah, so our total power, we've got 13 megawatts of solar sails. Okay, well, we've got some problems. 30 megawatts is not high, but we are generating. Our max load is kind of 70, and we're doing. Oh, it's increasing. But the efficiency is the problem, isn't it? And there is tech upgrades to the ray receiver. Solar sail life. We'll definitely probably want to get some of that over some of these really expensive ones. Efficiencies, yeah, why not? And sure, more life and more efficiency and more life and more efficiency, and then we can't do it anymore. Alright, I like it. This is the drone speed, and this one is the mecha sail speed. I'm going to keep that one in. But we've got to end the episode there. So what I want to do next episode is I want to start looking into accumulators, and then being able to transmit the accumulator across accumulated charge, transmit the full accumulators over to Alpha Laporus 1. That is my goal here. There's lots of other things we could do, but we're building a Dyson Sphere. We might as well actually start with a Dyson Swarm. All right, that brings us to the end. thank you everyone for hanging around. As always, a huge thank you to my wonderful patrons. If you want to help out the channel, you can see all the links down in the description below. You can sign up to Patreon for as little as $1 a month, or just a one-off donation, whatever you like, or nothing at all, and just keep watching. Don't feel bad. I'm making this because I love it. All right, I'll catch you next time.